I'm not going to sit up here, as much as I watch the game, study the game, report on the game as a reporter. I'm not going to pretend to know what you nor any other football player knows. Let me give you my perspective from an outside vantage point. What Bill Belichick did was an outright disgrace to Malcolm Butler. And it resonates so profoundly to me that I believe that, and you're talking about somebody who reveres the great Robert Kraft. I love that man. I respect the hell out of him, okay? And I'm not trying to cast aspersions on the organization. I'm talking directly about head coach Bill Belichick. You got a guy in Malcolm Butler who's arguably been your best defensive player for the last 3 years, who's approaching free agency, who has played 97.8% of your snaps this season. He has started every game. He doesn't find out until right before the national anthem that he's not going to play at all, and you call that a football decision? You damn right Bill Belichick got out-coached. And I don't mean literally in terms of, well, Doug Peterson outsmarted Bill Belichick. I'm not going that route, Max or Damian. What I am saying is, who does something like that? This is one of the most cruelest decisions that I've ever seen in my life. Malcolm Butler is sitting on the sidelines crying. There's no justification for this. There's a football decision. He's been given no explanation. Eric Rowe finds out he's going to start after the national anthem was played. Okay? And what justification do you have? You got players, former players, Brandon Browner. Let me read this quote from Brandon Browner, former New England Patriots. Lost the game for us tonight. Stupid decision. Makes no sense. You make the decision to give the best chance to win, but you don't play your best cornerback. A locker room was divided pregame. Most yards ever given up in a Super Bowl game. And your best defender over the past 3 seasons doesn't get a snap. You were burnt where he was needed tonight. Dante Hightower liked Brandon Browner's post. So did Jamie Collins, Alfonso Denard. All I'm saying is these are people who know football, who have played for the New England Patriots, that have never seen anything like this. That's what bothers me more than anything else. There's no justification for this. They're talking about it's a football decision. You're supposed to be giving your team the best shot to win, and you do it like that? I think it was classless. I think it was cruel. I think it was wrong on the part of Bill Belichick. And I believe that is the question that he should be spending the entire week answering. Who does that? Help me understand that, Damian. Who does it like that? I don't get that.
Well, first of all, I'll say that Devin McCourty, to me, is the best defensive player on that New England Patriots defense. Okay? Number one. Okay. Number two, I will say the excuse that Coach Belichick said that this was strictly about matchups and football decisions, I think something is off about that. Now, whether the real reason will leak out at some point, I think will happen. But like you referenced, this guy played in almost 98% of the snaps in the regular season. He's been a part of all different packages and all different types of defenses.
And played in the playoffs.
And he's been out there. And then all of a sudden, he doesn't even get a sniff on defense. Something's not right there. It doesn't pass the smell test.
Right before the national anthem?
Well, yeah. I mean, listen. I played under Coach Belichick. Coach Belichick, he's a tough man to play for. He's cold. He will let you know. He's all about business. There's no question about that. But just strictly about the game itself, barring, not even bringing up Malcolm Butler. No, Coach Belichick didn't get out-coached in this game. I give more credit to Doug Peterson for being what a lot of coaches fail to do when they go against the Patriots and being aggressive. We saw in the AFC Championship game, we saw the Jacksonville Jaguars, they get up 20-10, and all of a sudden the game plan becomes conservative. They stop doing the things that got them the lead, and then people start resting on their laurels, thinking they got things sewn up, instead of putting your foot on their throats. That's what Doug Peterson did in the Super Bowl. He literally said, you know what? This is it. There's no other game after this. We got to continue to put our foot on the gas and keep going. And I think that's why I give Doug Peterson more credit in this particular situation.
And I'm not going to take any credit away from Doug Peterson. I mentioned earlier in the show in the A block that the man was very, very aggressive, which is something that was the antithesis of what you're accustomed to seeing from previous Philadelphia coaches. Or Chip Kelly was aggressive to a fault because he didn't know what the hell he was doing half the time. But here's the deal. I ask you a simple question. You are a champion.
Yes.
A former football player who also played for Coach Bill Belichick. I understand Bill Belichick's whole business. I understand he's no nonsense. I even understand if somebody did something wrong and you ticked him off and he said, okay, you're not going to play. But they acknowledged it was nothing like that. They also said, you have to acknowledge he played 97.8% of the snaps. You also understand that he started every game for you. He's been around all of this time, and you knew he did not find out until the national anthem was being played that he wasn't going to play.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you my true feeling as a former player.
Okay.
As a former player, I want all my dogs out there.
That's right.
I want my dogs out there. Guys who helped me get to this point.
That's right.
I want them out there because they're going to give me the best chance to
best chance to win. These boys? Absolutely.
There's no question. There's no question about that.